Hello, Dr. Sims. This is my submission for the visual sample for my term. I picked the Bystander Effect. So I'm going to start off by stating the definition of it, and it is defined as the phenomenon which the greater the number of people present, the less likely they are to help the person. So you see this in examples of, like, for example, redundant. When you see a fight going on, or for example, like when people get into a car crash, the more people there are there, but someone's going to say, someone call 911, and then what's going to happen is less people are going to call 911, which results in longer wait times and can even result in death. So what I found is that that it's more complex than just greater number of people means less help being given. It's more so based on the group, the witness group, the people in the group who are witnessing the event, their gender, how they can relate to the victim, and whether they're closely related. Like whether they're friends. The friends being the people in the group. What I found is that basically gender does play a role in that. If the group is strictly men, the more men in the group, the less likely help is given. Whereas the more women in the group, the more likely they're willing to help. However, if it's women and men, women are less likely to help, while men assume the hero role where they have to show off their masculinity and show off how strong they are and how brave and courageous they are and just stuff like that. And also what I found in my second source is that how similar the people are to the victim. For example, like let's say, like in your slides, I think it was a lecture on helping and liking. It states that we're more likely to help people who are closer proximity, who would like people who are in closer proximity to us, and also willing to help people who are of a similar race to us. In the studies shown, it showed that like people who were wearing the same jersey would be willing to help the victim who was wearing the same jersey. So that's what I found on that. And then in my third source, it was more so the definition of it, and basically what happens with the bystander effect is that it's like where people experience individuation, where they adopt the pack mentality, where they feel the more people are present, the less likely they are to help. They lose their sense of self-awareness. So Kendra said that the one way to break that is by the victim pointing out someone in the crowd and be like, hey, can you help me? And that brings the individual back to themselves and stuff like that. Not stuff like that, sorry. But so to wrap it up, what was I gonna say? Basically, and also the prominence of bystander effect in the online setting, whereas like you see it on social sites like Twitter, Yik Yak, Instagram, stuff like that, where like people are willing, especially if it's an online setting, anonymous setting where people are able to say what they want without revealing their face. It's more likely that people jump in and like further the negative statements about someone rather than intervening and saying, hey, that needs to stop, etc. So yeah, that is what I found on bystander effect, and I want to thank you for these last 8 weeks. I've learned a lot, and I feel like I can apply this in everyday life situations, and also to further my pursuit in my bachelor's in psychology. So thank you, and